the best I'll do, so thank you very much for your time. And, okay, thank you very much. Tradeo, social trading. So a little bit about the company. First of all, we've 5 years already, founded 2010. Today we are the fastest growing broker in Europe, primarily UK, France, Italy, Germany, but all over. Very little at the moment here in Asia, but we are very excited about Taiwan as a market and also as Taiwan as a gateway into the rest of Asia. Tradeo is an innovative, award-winning social trading platform, which I will demonstrate, a doorway to the financial markets, which means we offer a very simple platform to get people who still have none or very little experience in trading into the financial markets in a very welcoming experience. Where traders trade together, which is one of our slogans, and obviously we'll show you this, and the future of money management. Instead of just choosing from the regular offerings of your bank or broker, we could now copy people from around the world. So we focus on traders. That means we're looking for people, our client base are people who like trading and more than just investing and sitting on their portfolio. This includes portfolio copying, which is you could allocate 5% of your portfolio to copy one person in Hong Kong, another 10% for someone in Germany, and in real time always change who are you copying and see the results. We offer social charts, which I'll demonstrate, trade recommendations, where our users, sort of like a Twitter, could write and say, I think euro dollar should be sold because this and that, and then the rest could, with just one click, execute that recommendation. Traders chat, which is one of our best features. You could log in, see the network, choose who you want to follow, become friends with, and just chat with them and talk with them about the market. And community sentiment, where we aggregate all of the information of our tremendous network into one very simple, visually understandable way to see what is our current user base doing. Are they mostly long, are they mostly short, etc. I'll show you. A little bit about our market. We're currently focused on CFDs, contract for difference, which means basically stocks, indices, commodities, and Forex. Today we have around 600 assets, and we are constantly adding more and more. We work a lot on personalizing the assets we have based on the country. So obviously if you're in France, you'll see French stocks, and etc. If you're not aware of this, familiar with this market, there are thousands of different brokers around the world. It's a very profitable market segment, and it's continuously growing. But there's a few problems. The first is that there is no differentiation between the leading brokers. That is, most brokers today usually white label a platform from a great technology provider, and then you will see many, many brokers offering exactly the same trading platforms. Furthermore, these trading platforms are old and outdated, and due to all of this, there's a huge marketing war going on between the brokers where there's very high client acquisition costs. Generation Y. This is something specific for Tradeo and for social trading, and usually I don't read out, but this is I'm going to read. This is Goldman Sachs research about Generation Y. One of the largest generations in history is about to move into its prime spending years. Millennials are poised to reshape the economy. The unique experiences will change the way we buy and sell, forcing companies to examine how they do business for decades to come. That's what Goldman Sachs said, and we hope we're close. So millennials are used to instant price comparison, product information, and peer reviews. My favorite example, I gave this before, was I landed here in Taipei Sunday night, was wondering, okay, where should we go eat? It's late at night. I went on Yelp, I found the most amazing hot pot restaurant just nearby the hotel, and of course it was great because I didn't just by myself walk down the street and make a decision, but I let the wisdom of the crowds to help me and to tell me this is the best place to go. Obviously LinkedIn is a professional network, ways where there's been streets forever and roads forever, but now we could avoid traffic by using all of the crowd information and knowing in real time how to drive in a much faster route. And Behance, which you're not aware is the most beautiful network of them all for artists and graphic designers. So this is today what retail traders have, unfortunately. Platforms that look like this, and lots of very intimidating, lots of information, charts, nothing really here to explain or to help. This is Saxo Bank, a huge bank in Denmark, saying if you've ever dreamed, you saw the Wall Street movie and want to become a trader, but then this is what you see when you turn on your laptop, so I don't know how far you're going to get. Or this, which is a little more friendlier. This is NinjaTrade, if I'm not mistaken. But also here, what am I supposed to do with this depth information of the market? This is not what I'm used to as a millennial, and this is not the best type of information I can get. This is what they want, Generation Y, and we believe everyone will once they see the advantages. So this is Tradeo. This is one of our platforms. We're a multi-platform company. This is our web platform. And it offers you everything that a regular platform would offer of trading, orders, execution. I'm not going to get into the boring stuff like technical analysis on your charts, etc. But it's also layered and covered with social information. So the first example is here to my left, the social feed. It starts with just discussions, people asking each other questions, to discussing the markets, to, and this is here on the bottom, a recommendation where it's expired, but if it wouldn't be expired, I could have clicked it and automatically execute that recommendation on my account. Of course, we have, additionally to this, we have the feed, we have news, economic calendar events to let you know what's happening, and like I said, the chat between the traders. Social charts is actually something I'm going to focus on. This is truly unique to us. What we do is we layer the community positions in a simple and visually attractive manner. So think about the fact that you're in a network with thousands of traders and everyone is trading, let's say, oil. And it's very difficult to understand who's buying, who's selling, what is the majority doing. We found a pretty cool way. So based on the colors and the size of the circles, you know at every time point exactly what is the community doing. So if the circle is big, that means there's a lot of positions and a lot of volume. And based on the color, you know if it is a buy or sell. When you mouse over, you could automatically see, and if you click on it, you could also see into the, this is a demo obviously, but into the, exactly at each time frame who traded. You could like it, comment it, and obviously copy it directly onto your account with just one click. This is Trader Profile, which I saw afterwards, the image is not so good, but whatever. She's our project manager in Bulgaria, and obviously on every, this is her real image by the way, she added to the website, but whatever. You could see everything from writing about each other, so it's like a social network. You could read your profile, and then, you know, we have a lot of, we'll call it real friendships. I don't think anyone ever met outside of the network, maybe they did. But definitely you could read and understand who is like-minded, similar to you. This includes information about where you're from, what languages you speak, but all the way down to also what type of approach do you take for trading. So Gilgana, for example, takes technical approach, and she's a day trader, and she speaks English and French. Her French isn't so good. Furthermore, you can see her account, you can see her gain, all of her copiers, her network, etc. If I click copy on this account, and there could be obviously multiple accounts per user, I will automatically start copying Gilgana. Every time she executes a trade, it'll be copied onto my account. The aggregated volume of our leaders that most of our users follow, and they obviously change constantly, is tremendous. So one person could execute a tiny trade, but in aggregation it will be a $100 million trade because he has thousands of people copying him in real time. They don't know that, by the way. This is our mobile device. Mobile is not just social, but also very innovative. We took a very different approach than what most brokers take to mobile. Many brokers think that it's, you know, they have a great desktop platform. Well, they think it's great, and they try to mimic it onto the mobile experience. We believe it's a completely different type of experience. Mobile is about getting the least amount of information that is the most valuable for you and quickly executing what you want to do on the go. So one great example on the right, also very unique for the trading world, is swipe to trade. So you're looking at, let's say euro-dollar, you want to execute that position, you swipe, you click, and it's done. That execution, that trade is executed. You can do that, of course, throughout all of the instruments. When you click on an instrument, you will see the sentiment on the top. 70% are selling euro-dollar, 23% are buying. Obviously, charts, as well as social charts, which are not introduced yet in mobile. And of course, the network. So the same thing as in the web, you could see your traders, you could even, you could see all the traders. You could swipe, copy them, follow them, or see the information about each and every one of them. So, marketing strategy. Today, like I said before, this is a very expensive market to do marketing in. The acquisition costs are very high usually, But we on Tradeo are seeing industry-leading client acquisition costs, which are the lowest. The reason is, well, there's a few reasons. Here are three. First is viral growth, where we refer a friend. So any network, social network, has a place in time where the network effect kicks in. And that is when it's big enough and interesting enough, everyone wants to start inviting their friends. So if you know someone else trading and you're on Tradeo, you're definitely going to invite him. And this is how it takes us some time always to get into a country, but once we get in, we right away see how we're growing and virally spreading across that country. Community leaders, the people who have the most followers, the most copiers, basically everyone wants to be Warren Buffett. So those who have 1,000 people copying feel like a little Warren Buffett, and they become our ambassadors to bring their friends, to show them, to show off in a way even, about look at my great results. And of course, social trading sections on major financial portals, not in Asia at the moment, but hopefully soon. These are a few: investing.com, ADBFN in the UK, Forex Live, Finance in Germany, Trend Online in Italy, and Finance in Russia. These are all tremendous financial portals where a lot of different brokers are advertising. But we, unlike the rest of them that are competing with the same exact offering, we have our own section because we're not trying to market only our trading platform, which is great, but also our traders themselves. It's all about the traders. So for example, in investing.com, it even shows Chinese, you could go in, click social trading. I hope you understand what it says here, but basically these are our top traders. The first one, do not copy. He's making way too much money. 1,260% is, I could guess what's happening there. He's going to probably be losing all his money in a day or two. But definitely the more subtle traders are great options to copy. Of course, you have to go in, you have to look, you have to see the drawdown for each trader, understand their approach, etc. So a little bit about us. I'm Jonathan, I'm the CEO and co-founder. I'm a techie from very young, so my first company was at 16. I was a web hosting company back before the cloud. Then I was CTO of Finexo at age 18. Finexo is a Forex broker that was later acquired by Markets.com. Then I joined the army. Like here, it's mandatory in Israel. I was in intelligence for 6 years. I won the Major General Innovation Award. I would love to tell you about that, but I have to kill you all afterwards, so skip that. I'm also the co-founder of JGIV, which is basically Tradeo for donations, and it's a non-profit project. Yosef, who is here with me together, also is the CMO. He's in charge of all of our marketing across the world and sales. Every place we go to, we first learn the market, learn what is different about it, what do the clients expect, what are the biggest portals, and that's what Yosef is in charge on. Gigi Levy is a big brand name around the world. I'm not sure if he is so much here. He is probably Israel's most famous angel investor. He used to be the CEO of 888. Today he is the founding partner of NFX Guild, which is an accelerator focused solely on startups that have a network effect, like a Tradeo. And the names go on and on of companies he backs. So, status. We're 120 people across 4 offices, obviously very, very multinational. These are where the people actually sit, but we have actually an employee working for us in Jerusalem who is from Taiwan. She became Jewish and religious, and it's a very interesting story now, but she taught us a little bit about where to go. But she's from here originally, she just visited, her parents are here. We have a big R&D center in Sofia, Bulgaria. Obviously doing testing, and I'm not going to get into the technology, but just in a few words, we use the most cutting-edge technologies we could find to deliver this type of experience, from Ruby on Rails to Node.js to React.js that Facebook just released now, everything to give a great experience to our traders. We have a lot of support and sales as any financial institution needs, so that's basically mostly in Israel. We have a small office in Cyprus where we're regulated, and that's like our doorway to Europe. And we're absolutely now looking for where is the next place we should open an office as a doorway to Asia. And management, analytics, product, and marketing spread obviously all over. One interesting thing I like saying about fintech is the importance of analytics. So one thing a lot of times when we work with financial institutions, we show them is how we don't make any decision based on assumptions. We'll make a guess, doesn't even matter if it's good or not. We'll try that. We'll try then A/B testing another 8 versions We'll see the 2 winners, and we'll do 8 versions of those 2 winners until we understand what is the best. We love eliminating features just as much as we love adding new features. So that's a lot of focus. We've $9 million invested to date. We are today cash flow positive, but of course, we're continuously growing all the time. That's it. Thank you very much.